How's it going? I'm the Philosophy Cat, and I'll be filling in for Josh today. I will be doing a review of Putnam's Brain in the Vat article. You all know Putnam, right? That famous analytic philosopher. This Brain in the Vat article is basically trying to refute that whole claim that what if we're all just brains in a vat? You know, one of these postmodernist guys shows up and he's like, hey, you know, you're probably just a brain in the vat, cat. How does that make you feel? But the problem is it's sort of a turtles all the way down argument, you know, because this guy may say we're all brains in a vat, but if he's in a vat, then there had to be somebody who, you know, is operating his brain in the vat. So there you go. We got another guy who's this guy's operating the vat that this guy's brain's in. But who's controlling the vat that this guy's brain's in? And so on, and so on, and so on. See, it's the argument is that the brain in the vat thing is that there's no such thing as reality, because we could all be brains in the vat. So yeah, these guys don't know what they're talking about. So yes, that's the problem. Putnam also brings up this whole idea of what would happen if there was a tree, right? And you know, a picture of a tree, and there's a planet where trees do not exist. It's pretty crazy stuff. Now, what if this tree, this picture of a tree, fell onto this planet where trees do not exist, and the aliens there are like, what the hell is this thing? It's just a freaking tree. I don't even know what this thing's called. We're going to call it a tree, even though we don't know it's a tree. Probably won't call it a tree because we don't know what the hell it is. Is it an animal, building, structure? Who the hell knows? It's just a picture of a tree. So that's sort of the problem. He also brought up the example of what if an ant, a little ant going by, makes in the ground a picture of Winston Churchill. Now, is it really a picture of Winston Churchill or just an accident? My view is that it really is a picture of Churchill if it looks like it. The problem is concepts. Concepts are easy. For instance, I, the black philosophy cat, if you don't have a concept of cat or philosophy, just some thing, you don't even know what it is. The only concept you have of it is cat. No, you don't even have that. The only concept you have is an unknown. It's just a thing. You don't know what the hell it is. See, I think what's important about that is this whole idea of concepts. You know? Like, if you don't know what an orc is, you don't have concept of orc, but then you see this thing here, this green guy. It means nothing to you, really. You really need concepts. If you had no concepts, every time you saw this thing, you'd be like, what the hell is that thing? What is that a model of? And you have to figure out every time, oh, that's a model of an orc with a drum with a freaking bone in its hand. Freaking Reaper miniatures. I think that's what Putnam was getting at. Well, he didn't say concepts, he should have. Because that was really what was important. Okay, back to the cat. To me, the black cat of philosophy. That was really what was important about the whole thing. Oh yes, he also brought the Turing's test. The Turing test was basically about computers having consciousness. The Turing test is if you talk to a complete stranger, so it'll be this guy right here, complete stranger, but then you talk to somebody else. You have somebody else here. one of these people, these two orcs, is a robot. A machine. But you're talking to him. You talk to this guy. Seems normal. Seems like a normal old human. But you talk to this guy too. He seems normal. Seems like a normal old orc. They both seem like orcs. They have their own personalities. They seem to have consciousness. But one of them is a robot. An android. Or an orc droid. And you're like, WTF, which one of these guys is the robot? And if you cannot figure out which is which, then whichever one it is the robot passes the Turing test. So yeah, that is the Turing test, and that's basically Putnam. I've only read half of this article with my cat eyes. Part 2 will come later. That Josh Brooks guy, whom I live in his room, he has to take a test on this Putnam feller this Wednesday. So I, as his philosophy cat, might just do the rest of this article tomorrow to help out my owner, Josh Brooks. Yep, and that's it. That was me. This I might just take over Josh's channel, make it Black Cat channel, freak out the world. Man, this will be the first time a wooden cat spray painted in black will have his own YouTube channel. I know, insane, isn't it?